right, everybody. Welcome back. It feels like it's been a really long time since I've done one of these. I know that for the people who normally watch my videos, I have yet to run out of content. So it's not gonna, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be that long of a transition for you guys. But I know for me, it's been a while. So um, we're gonna do some Advent of Code today. Advent of Code is this it's just like these fun little coding projects that kind of starts up every year on December 1st when the season of Advent starts, and so it's just 25. It's 25, right, or 24? It goes until Christmas Eve.
I think it's 24, yeah.
Yeah, there's 24 sets of code, one for every day from December 1st to the 24th. Just solving fun little coding puzzles, and I'm gonna try to attempt to do those in Rust and see how fast I can let Brent down, having forgotten most of the things that I've learned in Rust. So I am seconded today by the the illustrious Brent Westbrook, who is a good mentor, and hopefully we can do something good today. I've spun up my Emacs, and I've got a little terminal off to the side just for some quick little things. That way we can go ahead and just start a new project. So I'm gonna go ahead and do cargo new, and then I give it the name. I'll call it AOC1 Advent of Code Project 1. I think that makes sense to me. Woo! All right, perfect. Well, now that that's made, I'm gonna just go back over here, and I'm probably just gonna use Emacs for the rest of this. What do you think, Brent? Sounds good.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't I
Yeah, I
have?
was telling Zach before, huh?
I was just gonna. I couldn't I have done this from inside of Emacs?
I mean, you can open a shell inside of Emacs. You can also run shell commands inside of Emacs. Uh,
But there's no like fun little tool in like the Rust mode that lets me just like cargo new within Emacs.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I was telling Zach before we started recording that Advent of Code is actually kind of an annoying thing to do in Rust because of how cargo and everything works. So you kind of end up doing a cargo new for every different day. You can mitigate this a little bit using a workspace, but then you have to learn about cargo workspaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. We'll start with the cargo new approach for now.
Yeah.
All right. First things first, something I always like to do, just make sure it can run. You've got a
Yeah.
fresh project.
Yeah.
We've got Hello World typed out. Let's just make sure it runs. Do
Yeah.
you remember how to run it?
Isn't it like uh I no, I don't actually think I do. I'm not even gonna pretend. Is it like control C? Is it control C something?
No.
Okay, perfect. Is it
So
just
in the worst case, you can always fall back on MetaX compile.
yeah.
But the nice way to do it to make sure it compiles from the root of the project is with Control X P, which is
Oh,
the prefix for project, and then C for compile.
okay. Cargo run, baby.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, there we go.
And now I can hit my nice F5.
Yes, now you can run it over and over.
All right. So I'm gonna just at least go back over here and see what the admin wants us to
Yeah, for sure.
do. All right. So let's see.
So Santa's reindeer typically eat regular reindeer food, but they need a lot of magical energy to deliver presents on Christmas. For that, their favorite snack is a special type of star fruit that only grows deep in the jungle. The elves have brought you on their annual expedition to the grove where the fruit grows. To supply enough magical energy, the expedition needs to retrieve a minimum of 50 stars by December 25th. Although the elves
Assure you that the grove has plenty of fruit, you decide to grab any fruit you see along the way, just in case. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck! The jungle must be too overgrown and difficult to navigate in vehicles or access from the air. The elves' expedition traditionally goes on foot. As your boats approach the land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to introduce the fruit. The first to land, the elves begin to in
So now I can click and get my puzzle input. Holy crap. Curl.
Actually, curl's a little bit tricky because you have to download your cookie. Yeah. Control A is a little easier.
Okay. Man. I'm just gonna put this into a file, I reckon.
Yeah.
VI
Yes, you should not do it in your source directory. That's for source files.
understood.
Do you have XClip installed? I don't know, forget it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Perfect. Man, look at all that stuff. That's so cool.
Yeah, you might also want to create a file for your example input because there you know the answer.
Yeah, right. Well, can I just... Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I was gonna say, would it be better if I like included the sample input just in the current file just as like a test, and then we can... Well, I guess that makes sense not to do it that way, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it that way. It's just that then you're not actually testing the part of your code that reads the file.
Right, yeah. That's... Yeah. Here. Okay. VI test.
If you're confident, you just go for it, you know.
I'm
We don't
not...
need the test input.
No way, dude. I want the test input. Okay. Well, I guess first things first, I obviously need to read a file, right?
Yeah.
The compilation process is running. Do it? Sure.
Just yeah.
Uh-oh. I hit it too many times, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
That wasn't as bad as I expected.
Okay. Well, it's probably not going to come as a shock to you, but I don't necessarily remember the entire syntax for opening and reading contents of files.
So if you remember, I made you go through all that pain of learning about the file open and
Yeah.
read to string and stuff.
Yeah.
But we found later that there was just a single function that lets you read the file.
Yeah, right.
Do you remember that one?
I don't remember I don't remember the name of the function. Not without looking it up. I don't
It's
remember.
called read to string.
I mean, does that just like... Does that
Yeah,
take
like
the
if you open a
file?
line and you start typing read to string, you should get everything you need.
Oh,
This is what's really nice about the language server. So yeah,
Read.
just start typing read underscore to or not. Mine usually like the completion usually tells me that I can like import something. So it's not found because you need to import it, but it should help you with that. Wait, type it again. Backspace over this, type it again. What's going
Read.
on here? Read. Okay, I don't think it's gonna work.
Why? What happened here, guys?
I don't know.
These don't even look...
Yeah, don't don't click any. But see, this is what it's supposed to do. Like it's saying use standard arch.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to do that. That's actually a snippet. If you accept one of those
Yeah.
completions,
Mm-hmm.
it will import it for you. But for some reason, it's not importing what we actually want. So the full path is standard fs read to string.
Okay.
So standard : fs. Stood.
Oh, sorry. FS. Oh, colon.
Yeah.
Sorry. FS. Read. To...
Oh wow, your LSP is really not working.
Is there something that I need to go like fix, or...
I don't think so. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And is this it takes something, right? So like I probably need to... I need to give it like the test file So if I want to
Yeah.
practice the test file, so I can do. I'm running this from the root directory, so I don't have to do a .. slash.
Right.
Okay, I can just give it test. Okay. And that does everything. It loops over the file in.
Oh, you forgot a colon. I wondered why that was blue. Oh,
I
and
see.
I wondered why it wasn't completing. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, okay, yes. Now it knows. Okay.
All
Whew.
right.
Woo. Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna. I need to read this, or at least I want to read. No, okay.
Control CD. Control CD.
Okay. Read the entire contents of the file into a string. This is a convenience function for using file open read string with fewer reports. It will also return an error if it encounters while reading an error. Cool. Nice. Well, I want to just see what that looks like. I just want to print that.
All right.
But I'm assuming if I just print test, it's not going to work, right? Do I need to like make this a variable or?
Yeah, I think it was actually showing you a pretty good example down there.
Oh, in this.
Yeah.
Is this is an example right here? Of
Yeah.
that? Oh, I see that now. Okay.
It's a little bit misformatted. I mean, at least the example part, like where it says examples use.
Sure.
But everything else is fine.
Let foo colon socket adder equals. Okay. Let foo. Okay, so let test. What was that socket adder equals? Like what was
So that was the type. You can actually leave that out.
Okay.
They were mixing some things together. They were first of all reading it from a string, reading it from a file,
Okay.
and then they were parsing a string into a socket address.
Okay.
But you don't actually need that part. You just need let test equal.
I'm gonna call it. Oh, okay, I see. Let test.
Or let tf equal. That's fine as well.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. I just want to print TF. I just want to see what TF is.
Yeah, let's see what tf is.
All right, let's see. You might be missing a string literal to format with. Ah, okay. Sounds good to me.
So you can do that, or you can just do debug as well.
Oh, I forgot about our friend debug.
Yeah. And actually, in this case, you're probably going to want debug. Or, let's see what the, yeah.
Expected
Okay, so
bound attribute macro. Oh, I see. So test is test is something, is that a thing already?
wait, that's hilarious. Found attribute macro.
I gotta call it something else, huh?
No, you don't have to call it something else. Why don't you? Okay, actually, usually what I would say is look at the function signature on read to string, because the error here is that test is not defined. You have a file named test, but we usually represent file names as strings.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm just missing some quotes then.
Yeah.
Okay.
What it looks like right now to Rust is that you were trying to use a variable name test.
I see.
And it produces this hilarious error because test is actually an attribute. So like that's the only variable name test that Rust knows about.
Does not implement this. Result string standard IO error cannot be formatted with the default formatter.
Yeah, so I don't think we've really talked about traits yet.
Okay.
But traits, you can think of traits as just collections of behavior. So things that can be printed like that implement a trait called display.
Okay.
And results do not. So as it says in the hint, I interrupted you reading the hint, but there's a separate trait called debug,
Right.
which you can display using the stuff in the hint. Well, okay, yeah, or you can say debug, or if you look at the hint, it says in format strings you may be able to use curly braces, colon, question mark. So that was the minimal change you needed to do there.
All right. Can you explain the display thing to me again? So, what is what's going on here? The
Okay,
trait-
so traits define behaviors. So
traits
it
define
actually,
behaviors.
maybe a better way to say it is a trait lets you put constraints on something's behavior.
Okay.
So to be formatted with print line, like to get spliced in wherever you put those curly braces,
Uh huh.
the thing that you're trying to put in the curly braces has to have a method called display defined on it.
Okay.
And the display method is one of the requirements of the display trait.
Okay.
So this is just Rust's way of saying I have to know how to print the thing. And this is nice for you because if you ever make your own type, like the struct we defined before,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually do what's called implement display yourself, and then the rest of Rust will know how to print your thing.
Okay.
So that's why traits are really useful, but
Okay.
it's basically just a constraint. So results, the Rust standard library doesn't tell Rust how to print results, is basically all this means.
Okay.
But this syntax, the colon question mark, means to print using debug printing.
Yeah, but
So,
I want the pretty print.
well, that's what the pound sign does. Pound for pretty.
That's right. Hey yo. Oh, nice. Cool.
All right. So you see here
Yes.
that your output is wrapped in OK.
Yes.
Do you remember any way to unwrap that and get the inner value?
I think I remember, how to unwrap it and get the inner value. I have to. I feel like when I was reading the read to string thing, it had a hint in there that was regarding this.
No, the docs were doing it in the like kind of annoying way we did originally. Chat, don't tell him.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, that's good. That's
Chat,
good.
don't tell him.
That's good.
You don't remember how you can unwrap it and get the inner value?
By using dot unwrap somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that. I do that over here, right?
Yeah.
Unwrap. But do I need these things? I don't think so.
Yes.
Right? I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Pretty cool.
And now you can take out the question mark and stuff. And it'll actually print sanely.
Oh, okay.
Because display is implemented for string, but it's not implemented for result.
I see. Oh, look at that, dude.
Okay,
That's
good. So that should look just like the file.
That's so cool. Man, that's awesome.
Okay, great. So that was reading the file in.
Yeah. Okay, so now I feel like the best thing to do now is to probably split it on the empty lines. Maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already blasting towards the fastest solution. That's not even how I did it.
Okay. Yeah, but I have all these these supreme ideas of grandeur, right? But I have no idea how to implement these kinds of things,
Well, just try it out because I mean Rust is actually kind of straightforward in some cases.
Okay.
So just to remind you, if you ever want to perform an action on an object, a lot of the times you're going to do that with a method. So if you want
Yeah.
to split a string,
Yes.
it's a good idea to try doing something like tf dot
Yes.
split.
I have to make it mutable though, right? In order to reset something like that.
I don't
I mean,
think
I guess
so.
I'll just let it tell me then if it needs to happen. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to do something to that effect. So I want to do tf
Yep.
tf dot.
And the nice thing about a functioning language server, yeah, is that it starts to show you everything you can do.
I want to split it,
Yep.
but how do I want to split it? Oh man, I think I missed it. How do I get it? How do I get the thing?
Yeah, that's good. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you want to get?
just
I mean, I
wanna-
think you
wanna
have to
read-
enter.
Oh, it's enter.
Yeah, I think enter. What are you trying to? The documentation, Control CD.
Oh yeah. String split. Dot
Yeah, this is one slightly annoying thing, but you have to like finish calling the method and then you can ask for the docs.
Okay.
I don't really know why it does that. Yeah, just close the parens and then try it.
Okay. Expected an expression. Yeah, I bet you did. Govna.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Pattern. Okay, so an iterator over substrings of this strings. Okay, the pattern can be a at string, a character, an ampersand. What's that? That's ref, right? The ampersand is ref. Or...
Yeah, refster. It can be a refster, an array of characters, a slice of character. Oh no, that is just a character. I forget that the this is like a link type thing that you can do in Rust docs.
Iterator. Okay. Okay, examples, simple patterns. Let v blah 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 equal Mary had a little lamb dot split dot collect. That's kind of cool.